News 18 at 6 starts now. WLFI Lafayette. News from where you live.
Good evening, I'm Gina Quattrochi.
Yeah, and I'm Jeff Smith. Thanks for joining us. At one point, more than 40 dogs were seized from Randy Sanders' property, and now 7 more, living in conditions described as deplorable, were taken after a citizen's report.
One Tippecanoe County animal control officer hopes a new ordinance will prevent this from happening again. News 18's Kelly Roberts reports on what's next and the conditions of the dogs.
This is probably the worst I've seen.
7 dogs are recovering at Crystal Creek Kennel in Tippecanoe County after being seized by animal control from a former border collie kennel on Monday.
When I arrived and there was a lot of fecal matter in the cages, and then no water, no potable water present, and freezing conditions.
Animal control officer Seth Kirkendall visited Randy Sanders' property after a citizen reported seeing a limping dog in the yard. In August, Sanders' border collie kennel was shut down after he failed to properly ventilate it, as mandated by the Board of Zoning Appeals. A judge shut the kennel down and ordered Sanders to pay nearly $50,000. In September, Sanders was told he is allowed only 3 adult dogs and 1 litter a year, which would put him in the law as a regular pet owner. However, again, he is out of compliance. Kirkendall hopes the new animal control ordinance will prevent this from happening again. Kirkendall will cite Sanders with being a habitual offender, meaning all animals on his property must be sterilized and microchipped.
I think with the action that we took, I believe that it will stop.
Crystal Creek Kennel Director Nita Pollock says even more needs to be done to stop Sanders.
It needs to be several things. They need deciding for contempt of court. They need to enforce that judgment. They need to put criminal charges for neglect of an animal.
All the dogs are expected to live, but all have lice, and 5 hours were spent getting matted feces out of the dog's hair. One dog is likely to lose an eye because of infection. Another, the limping dog prompting the report, will have an X-ray on Thursday. Crystal Creek will keep the dogs for 60 days, but Sanders can appeal to get them back. According to court documents, he has not paid any of the $50,000 judgment. In Tippecanoe County, Kelly Roberts, News 18.
Randy Sanders denied News 18's request for an interview.